Hello friends, this is Mudassir Ali again, one of the Enterprise DNA expert member, and as promised, today I'll show you how you can apply conditional formatting to calculation items. Though the conditional formatting is limited with calculation groups, but still you can leverage some of the benefits of the conditional formatting with calculation items. So let's get started. Okay, I have already calculated the time intelligence function over here because we have already seen in our first video how we can create calculation items for time intelligence calculations. So I'm bringing the time intelligence calculation items to the column section and bringing my measure to value section. Okay, so what we are looking at is I want to highlight the negative values with red color and positive value with any other color like yellow or green. So how can we do this on calculation items? So if you go to the conditional formatting section, you can see that the conditional formatting is referencing the measures to apply the conditional formatting. For example, if we turn on the background color, it's applying the conditional formatting to all of the calculation items visible in this matrix table. And if we go to font color, again the same. But what if I only want to apply the conditional formatting on here over here, not all of the calculation items in the matrix visual? So as you have seen that conditional formatting is referencing the measure in this example, so we have to calculate one measure to restrict only this column so that the conditional formatting can be applied to this section only. So I have already calculated the conditional formatting, so I can again walk you through. So we are saying if the selected value in the time intelligence calculation is equals to, for example, year over year. Now we have restricted here what calculation item the conditional formatting should be applied to. And if it's true, nope. Curly bracket. If it's true, then we want sales over here. And if it's not, then we need blank, because the blank is not readable by conditional formatting. So whenever there is a blank, the conditional formatting won't be applied. So let's see what are the results. For example, I'm trying to change the background color, advanced controls, and I'm setting it up in the rules section, conditional formatting, backgrounds or fonts. So I'm saying if my value is less than, oh my god, what's happening? Okay, so it's not accepting the numbers. Oh, numpad. Oh, my numpad option was turned off, sorry. And if it's less than 0, then we need red color, new. If it's greater than 0 and less than some random big number, yes. Holy moly, it's number. Now we have got our result. So I don't like the blue color over here. I'm changing it to yellow. Yeah, this looks right. So I was wondering, what if I dynamically want to select my measures on the report and the conditional formatting will be applied automatically on the year-over-year section. So I want to create calculation groups for my cost, margin, and sales. So we will see what results we will get by introducing another calculation group in the report. So we will go to tabular editor and create another calculation group. We'll name it as measures selection calculation item, call it as sales version 2, and I can reference the measure directly from here. But what if the measure was not created in the report already? Then you would have to write the whole expression. What I mean by is that you would have to write this whole expression in the tabular edit. Either you can do this, but if you already have a measure created in your report and you will be using that measure in the report, then you can totally reference that measure. So I'm referencing that measure for now. Sales cost version 2, cost. The last one is margin version 2, margin. We have to save our changes in tabular editor, refresh it on the report. Now we will see what result we will get. Hopefully we will get some good results, but I'm not very hopeful about it. And this is our measure selection slicer. Oh no. Okay, so we cannot dynamically change our measure. I think this is a limitation with conditional formatting on calculation items. But if you wanted your report to show a particular color for positive values and some different color for your negative values, then this can totally work. You can see now you can dynamically change your measures. But yeah, in some scenarios you can do this, but in most of the scenarios I don't think so. Yeah. Okay, so we saw that we can apply conditional formatting to background, and the same thing you can do with font colors. Let's see what we can do with icons. For example, if I want to introduce the conditional formatting to year-over-year percentage, so I will have to restrict the conditional formatting to a particular calculation item, and our calculation item name is year-over-year percentage. Doesn't look right. If the result is true, then show me sales. If not, then blank. And now we have to go to conditional formatting and icons, rules, sales. Okay, yes, I'm using this style. I'm changing it to number, in some random number. And here I want to restrict it to 0, and if it's greater than 0 but less than say 10%, then I want yellow colors, but greater than 10%, and then again some positive random number, big number. Okay. What happened over here? Rules. Okay, so we didn't change our field value, so we have to go to conditional formatting and change it to icons, and then okay. I think that it's a cool feature for now, and I also believe that somewhere in the near future we will able to reference the calculation items in under conditional formatting instead of referencing the measure. That would be very, very awesome. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Stay tuned for my next video. Till then, stay safe, be happy, and bye bye.